everyone, it's Seander here and welcome back to my another video. And in today's video I have this Pianica or Melodica here with me, and I'm going to play out the Bluestone Alley by Congfei Wei. As for the tutorial on how to play Bluestone Alley by Congfei Wei with the Melodica or Pianica, well, it's actually pretty easy, you know, if you just like study. I actually studied this alone myself. When I just study with the notes, I play with the notes myself and I try which one is the best part for that one. I'm just gonna try and then replay and repeat it, and each time you'll be able to do that. So first thing first, your playground is only from here to this. Only these 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only these 8 notes is your playground. Okay, well, so it's pretty easy. Okay, so I'm just going to play out. So all you need to do is you're going to start with this one, and then you're going to jump out 1 note to this one. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. Okay, so the next thing is when you already done that, you go back to this part. Okay, so you go back to the second notes. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is, once again, you go jump 1 note to this notes. Okay, so here's gonna be like 1, 2, and then 4, 2, and then go to 6. Got it? So here's what it sounds like. Okay, so next thing is actually pretty easy again. You just jump out 1 note again to the 8 notes, to the note number 8. Okay, and here's what it sounds like. Okay, and from this note you go this note, this note, this note, and just repeat it again. And here's what it sounds like. Okay, so this just sounds what it sounds like. Okay, so the next thing, and then you're just going to play it again. Okay, but this time it's not gonna end with it's like the 1, 2, and the 4 and 2, but it's not end with the 6. Okay, not at 6, but it ends with the 5, with the 5th notes. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. Okay, that's actually it. So I'm just going to play from the first part until that new part from the ended up with 5. Okay, so the next thing is just going to, you know, play it with this part. Okay, this, and you're just going to repeat it like that, and then after that you go to the second note, and after go to second note you go to 6 and 5. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. Okay, okay, here what it sounds like from the beginning to that newest part. Okay, and the next thing is you just combine the beginning of the both part that end up with 6 and end up with 5. Got it? So it's the first time you just go for 1, 2, 4, 2, and 6, and you just combine it with 1, 2, 4, 2, and 5. You just combine those 2 again. So here's what it sounds like. And then just going to play with the 5 again. After you're done the playing 1 more time, you just go for 4 and 6. 4 and 6, you know, the notes between the 5. Okay, 4, 6. and then you go back to the 5. And after you go back to the 5, you go for the 4-5. Okay, and 6-5-4-5. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. And then you go for the 4-6. You go to 4-5 and then 4-6. Okay. For the first thing is just like 4 and 6, and then 5, 4, 5, 4, 6. And then you go to 4-6. You're like 1-5 and then double 4. Okay. So I'm going to just slow it down so you guys can follow up. So here it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So you should have to play with these parts. Okay, so here's what it sounds like from the first part to until this part. Okay, so after you can practice, you can try it fasten up a little bit so you can be able to do that. So okay, second part of the music. So you just go for, once again, you go for the first this and to the 1 to 8. Okay, and after you go to 1 to 8 from the beginning to the end, and you go to 1, okay, 1, 8, 6, 5, 4, and then back to 5. Here's what it sounds like. And then you're just going to repeat it. This one and this one, you're just going to repeat it. Okay, and what it sounds like. And then going to play it again. Okay, so this is my version for that one. So I'm going to teach you that also. Okay, so the first thing first is to go to 1-8, and as usual 6-5-4 and 5-4-5-4, and then you're just going to repeat it. And then after it, like it, you go to 5 and you go to 6. Then you go to 6, you go jump to the 8. You don't use the 7. You just jump to 8. Okay, you get it? Okay. Okay, so you need to get used to that. So you go to 5-4-5-4-5-4, and then you go to 6 and then go to the 8. And I'm just going to do it again with the 1-8, 6-5-4. But this one is the end up with the 4 and 2 and 4. Okay, so this is for ending. So after you go to 6-5-4, 5-4, and then you go for the 4-2-4. And after you go to 4-2-4, you go for the 5-6 and 5-4. Okay, and after you go to 6-5-4, and then you go 5 and double 6, 5-6-6. Okay. And then and go through 5. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then just do it again, all the same thing. Okay, but this one is a lot more different because it's the second one. You just have to use, this is the 6th one, you just have to use the 6th note. You just have to combine it. So for the 5th one, you go double 1, the double 5, and then go to the 4. Okay? And then do it again with the, end up with the 4-2-4. Okay, just do it again. So just repetitive, so it's a lot more easier. So yeah. Well, this one I'm just going to end it. Okay, I'm just going to end it with the 6 5 5 6 4 6 5 5 6 4. I'm just going to end up with like that. Okay. And that's all about it, okay? That's all about it that you need to learn. I hope this video is helping for you. So once again, you need to practice once again, okay? It's actually not that hard after you study up to find the correct notes and feel the notes yourself, okay? Alright guys, so if you find this video helpful for you, please drop a like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching this video. You guys are awesome. See you guys later. Bye bye.